Welcome back to another Power Hour Speed Clean with me. Today I need to tackle my haul, including cleaning out my storage for my coats and shoes, clean the rugs and get some laundry on. Let's go. Let's start by getting some laundry on. So this means the washing machine is working while I am working. That's multitasking. And also I'm putting it on for an hour cycle, which means at the end of the power hour, I can flip it over to another load and that's 2 loads done. So we're going to start by vacuuming the hall, and actually now I'm watching this footage back, I could have done with emptying the vacuum cleaner before starting, but never mind, didn't get round to doing that. I'll do it at the end of the power hour instead. So we're going to vacuum the floor at the beginning and the end because I need to pull out all the coats and the shoes and things. We're going to pull out the coats first, and I want to put them on the floor so I can organise the coat storage, but I don't want to put clean coats onto dirty rugs. So we're going to vacuum, then we're going to throw everything on the floor, all the coats, and then we'll put those away. Then we're going to tackle the shoes, which will probably dirty up the rugs again, and then we will vacuum and clean the rugs again. So it seems like a bit of a long-winded way to do it, but I need a clean floor to put the coats on. So quick vacuum first, but not like a major, we're going to flip the rugs and everything later on once we've done the coat storage. So this is the storage, the understairs storage, and it keeps the hall looking nice and clean and tidy, but inside needs periodic sorting out. So we're going to pull out all of the coats because I'm pretty sure there's some coats in here, I'm filming this in the bleak midwinter, that either don't fit people or just aren't going to be used, or really don't belong in coat storage, like that blazer jacket. That doesn't belong in coat storage, that belongs more like in wardrobe or occasional wear, not in. These are the coats we're going to grab on the way out the door. This is what this storage is for, only for the coats we might wear right now, today. Not coats we might wear next summer or maybe once a year, but coats we might wear at any given time to grab for the kids to go and play out the garden, to do the school run, to nip to the shops, that kind of thing. And look at all this junk at the bottom. Oh dear, we've got carrier bags, we've got wellies slung, we've got a wellie case bag thing that I used to use a lot in the boot of my car, and I don't really use that much anymore because my wellies are either muddy and need to dry off, and they kind of hang out in my office and the sort of shoe storage bit there by the back door. So I don't use that much anymore, so don't know if that needs to go back in here. We've got wellies. I'm pretty sure these are too small for my eldest daughter and too big for my youngest daughter, so they don't belong in here for now. They might just need to be cleaned and put away. 11 billion umbrellas. Do we need 11 billion umbrellas in here? I don't know. But I do know we need to empty this storage because if we don't, then I'm not going to be able to clean the bottom of the cupboard. If you look at the bottom of the cupboard, I have got these kind of shoe catcher trays. What are they called? Shoe dirt collecting trays, shoe trays. I think these were from IKEA quite a long time ago. By the way, incidentally, I'm really overdue for going to IKEA and doing a come shop with me video. Shall I do that soon? Do we need to go to IKEA, people? Do we? Is there stuff we need in IKEA? Probably. Those are my husband's boots, and I don't even know who's going to wear them, so I'm going to put them over there. I'm going to start putting things into piles for the rest of my family to look at. Like, please look at this and tell me now if you're actually going to wear it, or if it's just in my way and it could be put somewhere else. If it's not going to be worn for a while, put it elsewhere, not in this kind of front and centre. So here's the mess I have made. Yay for that. Now it's time to vacuum. So we'll start by just doing like some upright vacuuming, and then we'll use the pipe thingy to kind of go around the corners. It's not actually as dirty in here as I thought it would be. I guess that's the shoe tray catcher thingies. That's the official name for them. That protect the floor or whatever. Also, I guess we don't put super dirty shoes away. They kind of end up by the back door because I don't like the idea of putting damp things away. So if we walk back from school and the kids' shoes are muddy and yucky, I tend to leave them out because I like the idea of them being like 100% dry before they go away in this cupboard. Also, most of the shoes are actually in the drawers, which we're going to see in a little bit. It's only the bigger like welly type things that end up in the bottom of this cupboard because the other stuff is shoe based, small enough to go in the drawers. So we're just going to give these little tray things, mud catcher trays. What are they called? I've got no idea. We're just going to make up names for them. Shoe mud catcher trays. There we go. That's what they're called. So we're going to get those back in. We can start refilling the cupboard a little bit. And once the cupboard is full, then we can pull out some more stuff. We'll pull out the shoes. Hooray! So there you go. The trays, the mud catcher shoe tray things are in. The full name of them. And now we can pop the coats back in. So if you look up the top, this is under the stair storage, you'll see that that's one of the little vacuum cleaners, and that's actually, my husband put the attachment thingy in there. So that is plugged in to charge at all times under there. So it's tucked out the way. It's quite a good place for it actually. It's out of the way and it's constantly charging, so we can just grab it. I do use my upright vacuum cleaner for when I'm doing like these power hours, but anything less than a power hour, anything if it's just like a quick, there's some, I want to say crumbs, I mean bits off your shoes. Crumbs of mud, that's not the right term, is it? Bits of mud, chunks of mud, or crumbs under the table. And we just use the little Dyson handheld. Now I bought that little Dyson handheld, let me see, when was that? Maybe it was Bella, a little baby. She's nearly 9 now. She is 9 by the time you watch this video. So 9 years ago, gotta be. Maybe 8 years ago. And then the other one was given to us by a family member. So we've got 2, and one of them's always on charge, and then we rotate them. So one lives in my office and one lives under here, under the stairs. And after meal times, we get the children involved because honestly, I swear more food ends up on the floor than... Oh, there's the coats away, by the way. We're back to talking about the vacuum cleaners. I swear more food ends up on the floor than anything. So what I do is just get the children to grab the handheld vacuum cleaners and just vacuum up the crumbs. So this little blazer thing I've decided is going to go in this other cupboard in the corner of the playroom, just out of the way, because it's kind of like occasional wear. It's the kind of thing I only wear in kind of autumn or spring, or if I'm going out. So now we're going to put these umbrellas, I could do some sort of umbrella pot or something really to stop them all falling over, but I'm going to put them in the back of the cupboard. Do I declutter some of these umbrellas? I don't know. I'm not going to do that today, but I'll be honest, I can't remember the last time the children used all these umbrellas. I always feel like umbrellas are a really good present for kids, as in small kids love umbrellas. Parents of small kids are like, wow, why have you given my child a weapon? But small kids love them, so they're quite a good present if you're looking for a birthday party kind of present for a child, like 5 or 6. Umbrellas are always super popular. So this is the shoe storage. This is one of the drawers, and the children have these little boxes and they're supposed to slot the shoes in. Instead, the shoes all look like they've been thrown from a great distance and have just about made it into the drawer. Now, do not get me wrong, I would much rather the inside of this drawer, which can be closed, be a mess, than this stuff be all over the hall on the floor, which is where it would be. I think years ago when we lived in our old house, shout out if you are an old OG subscriber and you remember our old house, which we moved from in early 2020. Anyway, shout out if you remember that. But we had a much bigger hall, and originally I didn't have any shoe storage there, and the shoes were just left in lines by the front door. They were just out, and then I got a Calyx unit to kind of chuck them all in. But still, we just had so many shoes everywhere. And then when we moved here, the end of the stairs was the bit that wasn't yet done. Do you remember? So we moved in and it was just hollow, just sort of a space. And we did have Calyx underneath initially, just sort of plonked there, just something from the old house, plonked. And then we had this understairs storage. It was gifted to me, so full disclosure there, it was gifted to me by Clever Closets, and they were amazing. So, shout out to them. Thank you so much. It was, let's see, when was that installed? Maybe either late 2020 or early 2022, and it's been a flipping godsend. So thank you so much. Shout out to them. They were brilliant. This isn't sponsored or anything. They haven't asked me to say this, but as I am cleaning it all out, you can go and check out the original installation video on my channel from back in the day where all this was installed. But honestly, this understairs storage stuff has been brilliant. I use these little tubs because it does contain some of the gunk, and it is marginally easier to sort things than if it was just one big square or rectangle. So we're now going to put the shoes back in. We're going to put them in the way that I would like the children to return the shoes. I'd like them to return the shoes like this, just sort of neatly, but whether that'll happen or not, it's another matter. I mean, I'm going to be honest, my guess is they will just end up in a mess again, but never mind. Anyway, during this process, you can see I'm sorting out the shoes. So I'm sorting out the shoes into, yes, these fit the children and they're going back in. I know they wear them all the time. And these either do not fit or are too scruffy or falling apart. Do they need to be donated? But largely they're a pile of, children, please try these on and make a decision about them. And we'll decide what to do with them from there kind of shoes. And I'm going to put those things together. Same with some coats. Like there's a coat I pulled out. I wasn't sure if it still fits well. So I don't want to be putting that stuff back into the cupboard just to be clogging up the cupboard if no one's going to wear it if they don't fit. We do not need things front and center that do not fit, because it's just creating clutter. And when we've got less stuff around us, it's much easier to keep it tidy. So for example, in the summer, I will put away all the heavy winter coats into the wardrobe that's harder to access, the one in the back of the playroom that I just use for storage. So that the wardrobe in the back of the playroom is basically the very back bit of the playroom, has got a big sliding door across it, and it just sections off. So all those shoes need to be looked at, and then that is tidier now. So yeah, like I was saying, so seasonally, I like to put things away that we're not using. So there are no flip-flops currently in the understairs storage, whereas in the summer it would be full of flip-flops. All of those shoes need to be looked at. So kids after school, you know your job. Also these wellies, we need to see who fits what. And these coats, I think the denim jackets need the girls to try on to see if they're any good for our trip, because they're no good for like at the moment in the UK, but for when we go abroad. This entire storage section is all for my husband's shoes. How he's managed to get an entire one to himself, I don't know. That thing with holes in it is supposed to be a wine rack, which is really cool, but we tend to drink white wine and keep it in the fridge. So if we were into red wine, then that would be a really cool place to put it, but we're not, so we just use it for shoes. And then we use the thing that's supposed to be a wine rack as just a shoe shelf, which actually works really great because it creates space. So like the flatter shoes can have their toes poked under the shelf thingy, and the other shoes go on top of it, and it just creates more space for more of my husband's shoes. I mean, he needs to look at these. He doesn't wear all these. I don't know why he's got them all. He's got so many pairs of identical cat boots with a steel toe as well. Well, identical, maybe slightly different colours, but anyway, he's got a lot of them. So that's the understairs storage. We've pulled it out, we've cleaned it. We're now going to re-vacuum because obviously I've just got shoe crumbs, shoe bits, mud, whatever, all over the floor. And then we're going to do the mats. Now what always astounds me with the mats is you vacuum the top, you think, oh, that must be clean. And then you vacuum the back of the mat, and it kind of agitates all the stuff that you couldn't suck out of the top of the rug. And then when you pick it up, it's all kind of come out. So it's sort of battering the dirt out of the rug by vacuuming the back. And especially, I always find this with the mat by the very front door. So the one you can see behind my feet. You wait till we get to that one. I bet that will be a disgusting amount of just sort of outside dust. Bear in mind, we take our shoes off when we come in. So I guess the immediate hall bit gets quite dusty because that's where we would like take our shoes on and off, but it does limit the amount of cleaning that I need to do by not having shoes in the house. Do you have shoes in your house, by the way, or do you take them off? What do you find easier? I just try and do it to try and limit the amount of dirt around the house. There's still an insane amount of dirt around the house, an insane amount, honestly. And dust, don't even get me started on dust. Where does all the dust come from? There are 6 of us in total, and my eldest is at uni a lot of the time, so mostly 5 of us full-time in the house. And just an insane amount of dust. Is that just all dead skin? Because if it is, that's disgusting. Anyway, we've done both sides of the rug. We're going to do the floor. Just wait till we get to that little shoe wiping mat behind me. Ugh, I bet that'll be the worst. I bet it will be the worst. So we've done the top of it. Let's do the underside of it and then see how much just what seems like soot comes off it. It always astounds me because you vacuum the top. Can you see that? Look at all that came off the rug after I'd vacuumed the top. So I vacuumed the top and still that much came off it. Isn't that mad? Totally bonkers. So that's why it's good to do both sides of these mats. It just really batters all of the dust out of it. So we get that back, and then we're going to do a little bit of spot cleaning on these rugs. So the rugs, once we've done just a little bit, I really need to vacuum the stairs, and I could do with a sort of a deep carpet clean type situation. We don't have a carpet cleaner. I don't know whether to get a company in to do it. But our stairs especially could really do with a proper carpet clean. And these rugs. So these rugs are just sort of cheap. I think they're about £29 each in IKEA. So, I mean, they're reasonably hard wearing. I know they're grey anyway, but they're kind of looking like a bit sad. So I bought this stuff. It's a carpet cleaner. I think it's more like a small stain area, but I'm going to see if it makes much of a difference across these carpets. So you just need to screw the top off, puncture that. Okay, that's not working with my nail. It's like a little sponge and brush head. We need a key to stab it because you're just supposed to make a small hole. There we go. That's, I'm sure, how you're supposed to do it. So you make a small hole and then you screw back on the brush head thingy, which has got a sponge. Oh, whoops. Which has got a sponge in it. And the idea is you apply the product and just sort of squeeze it on and then damp cloth it off. So let's give that a go. We're going to give it a shake and then just scrub it all over. I think this is supposed to be for small areas, like I've spilt red wine in this small area, not clean the whole rug with it. But I don't know, these rugs are just looking a bit sad. So we're going to do it this way. We're just going to scrub it all over and then we're going to get a damp cloth, a recycled damp cloth actually. I'm going to use these, which, you see those grey things? They are recycled colour catchers. Now, I used to use disposable colour catchers years and years and years ago, but you've got to keep buying them, not great for the environment, not great for your pocket. And I don't use colour catchers all the time now, but these reusable ones you can use over and over. But then rather than just binning them when they're too grey to use as colour catchers, I use them as cloths for mucky jobs. So they're just quite handy for stuff like this, really. Just I don't know, odd jobs, mopping up really nasty spills, anything oily, something that if it really wouldn't matter if you ruined the cloth because it's recycled, if you see what I mean. So that's literally just a damp cloth. It's grey on grey, so you know, where's the harm? We're just gonna scrub the rug and see if it improves. I'm also gonna have to remember to tell my family when they get home that the rugs are damp and please do not step on them. So I know time is a ticking right now. I'm sort of running out of time. It's coming towards the end of my power hour and I need to finish these rugs. If I can get these rugs kind of cleaned up, at least I've managed to vacuum. Let's actually look at the positives. I've managed to do quite a lot. I've got washing on, so that's washing while I'm cleaning. I did sort through all the coats and that cupboard is now clean. I've sorted through all the shoes. They are now in a clean drawer and the shoes are sorted in that I've got a basket of shoes to show to the children and my husband and say, try these on your feet. Which ones you keeping? Which ones are we donating? Okay, so not sure how much of a difference this is making. Really, I think this is designed for spot stains, but never mind. We can keep going. We can try it again. We'll add a bit more. We'll see if it makes much more of a difference. Do you think it's making a difference? What do you think? Is it looking any better? I don't know. Not sure. Let's try the other rug. Just apply the product, rub it in, damp it off. Oh, pushing the rug. Whoops. I'm not sure about the results of this, but then I'm not sure if it's the right product for the job. I don't really want to buy a carpet cleaner that lives in the house. It feels like I wouldn't use it that much. Like, would that be such a good value thing? And then I'd be stuck with this big thing. I guess it would be another like vacuum cleaner size thing that would have to live under the stairs. Maybe I should rent one. Because we only actually have carpet. We've got rugs downstairs, so I guess you can use it on the rugs. We've got rugs downstairs, although those cloth things are going to be in my wet dirty washing, they're not going to be thrown away. So we've got rugs downstairs, we've got carpet on the stairs and upstairs. These little rugs are good though. These little rugs are machine washable. They're not IKEA. I got those on Amazon, so I'll link those below. I'm really coming to the end of my time now, but I just want to make sure I vacuumed this little area. I really need to scrub all of that. See, this is where we put the shoes. So there's a door just behind where I'm filming right now, so just behind you guys. There's a door, and we come in through that door when those children are wearing wellies and things are especially muddy. You can see my wellies. Look how gross they are. They need to clean. Don't have time to do that now. So when we come in through this door, at least the mess is contained a bit more, and it keeps the hall a bit clearer. Yeah, but those little rugs are really good. I put those by the doors and you can just put them in the washing machine. But the IKEA rugs that we were cleaning just now, they're too big to go in the washing machine, unfortunately. So what is the answer? Is it worth buying a carpet cleaner? Should I rent one? Have you had a professional carpet cleaner? Have you tried a product that worked or a machine that worked? I'd love to hear feedback. What worked? Was it worth the cost? How often do you use it? How long did you feel it lasted? And I have also heard, like, if you do frequent carpet cleaning, it kind of makes it it needs doing more. Is that the case? Not sure. So an hour must be up because my washing machine has finished. So we're now going to empty it out. We're going to put another load on because then it's the time to go and get my children from school. So we're going to chuck in another tablet thing, some of those smelly, sprinkly things. What are they called? Never remember. Scent boosters. I can never ever remember the name of those things. And that's press go on the washing machine. Thanks for joining me for another Power Hour speed clean. Click on another one on screen now or some early release content on my Patreon, and I shall see you guys soon. Bye.